Hey guys, it's Chelsea. So today I'm going to do the long requested video, which is how to do faux or yarn locks. And it's really about time because a couple of these guys really need to come out because they're super grown out. So if you're ready for the video, stay tuned. So let's start off with what you'll need to do this. You will obviously need yarn. Honestly, I just use Red Heart yarn. It's really inexpensive. If you have a Michaels around you, go to Michaels. They literally always have a coupon. And if you're not subscribed to their whole coupon email list, you can just go to Retail Me Not and also get their app and get your coupon and check out. These are about, I think like $3 for this big roll. And this roll is about 5 ounces or 236 yards. So that's the one I'm using. Then you will need water to moisten the strands of hair you're about to lock up. Yep, there goes the water. Then you need a brush or comb of some sorts, scissors to cut the yarn, and then a moisturizer. The one I use is this. I love Shea Moisture so much, and the Smooth and Repair Nourishing Mask is freaking awesome and smells amazing. So a moisturizer of choice and or an oil to seal it in. I like to do both together to make sure my hair is super moisturized while they're in this protective style. Last but not least, a lighter, and I say this with caution, please be careful when you are burning the end. Please don't burn yourself, so just be very, very careful and use some precaution. So let's see, a lot of people ask like, is it like easy or is it hard to maintain? Super, super easy is the answer. And second, is it easier to take out than Marley twists or Marley locks in general? I love yarn locks. I will never, never, never use Marley hair again. I don't like the way that it feels like Marley hair, and I don't like the way that it makes my hair feel when I take them out. When I started doing yarn locks, instantly I liked the feel better. It felt more natural to me and it looks more natural, and also when I take it out, my hair doesn't feel so dry and so brittle that I feel like it always does when it's in Marley locks. So let's see, so for taking them out, let's use this one as like our tester. They're really, really, really simple. So what you're gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in, so don't mind me being super close. So this is what the end of a Marley or a yarn lock will look like. Essentially, this one's coming out a little bit, so that's why I'm choosing to do this one. So to take them out, you are just going to cut off the end like so. Then you're gonna simply pull down on the lock, just like that, and it will expose where your hair is. And then you just want to twist it the opposite way. Separate the lock and pull up. And that way you don't have to untwist the whole thing, you just untwist the top. So once you get to the top, you just take off the twisting yarn and you can discard that. And then you are left with the pieces of yarn you used to box braid it in. Then obviously from here, you are just going to separate the braid, unbraid it, and then we will continue on from there. Alright, so now I'm just about done unbraiding, and then again discard that. So a lot of times when you take them out, you'll see like a little buildup, and that's a moisturizer or conditioner that has not been able to be cleaned out. And that's why it's super important to take your, and this is for Marley hair or yarn locks or any protective style, take it out like within like probably 3 weeks to a month at the most, because you want to get rid of any shed hair like so, and really make sure that your hair is not super dry. If it is, this is a good time to do a deep condition and really re-moisturize your hair, so that way as you put the locks back in, they don't get, your hair itself doesn't get super dry and start breaking off. So from here, I'm just gonna feel my ends, make sure they're not super dry. My hair doesn't, usually it gets really, really dry, but again, it's actually pretty healthy when it's in locks. So if I do start feeling like it is dry, I will give just the tiniest bit of trim just to these little ends here, so that way the rest of the strands can take in moisture a little bit easier. Alright, So now that's where the water comes in handy. So I'm just gonna spritz my hair. Really make sure the whole strand is moisturized and wet. All right, now I'm gonna add that moisturizer and add a little bit more than I would usually because it's gonna be sitting underneath all this yarn. So just really want to make sure those ends get the most moisture, and then I'll work my way up and try not to hit the roots. That way that buildup doesn't occur so quickly. So really make sure I work in that moisturizer. And then I'm going to seal it with the oil. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit of that oil. And go ahead and coat and seal this section of hair. Just make sure I get it all in there and really moisturize those ends. My hair's grown so much since I started doing yarn locks. Length check. Cool. Alright, so now this is where the actual locking and yarn lock is going to start. So you can make yours as thick as you want to. That's totally up to you. I like mine at this thickness and this density. I think it looks good. It's up to you. So I do a 4x4. You are going to take your ball of yarn and then you are going to take the end of it. So you're going to take where the string begins. And what you're going to do is you're going to stretch it to your total wingspan. I guess I'm doing it this way. I know you can't see it, but stretch it to your total wingspan, and wherever that stops, which is here for me, I would just clip it. And now that string, ooh, it's tangled in my hair, is going to be one of the braiding or twisting strings. So you want to keep doing that a ton of times until you have enough of a bulk of, what is that about? I'm 5'7", so almost a 6-foot string. So you just want to have a ton of those because you want to use 4 to braid and 4 to wrap. The first set is going to be your braiding strings. So you just want to take the really long strings and you want to fold them in half, like so, and have a loop. Then you want to take the section of hair and you are going to just braid it in. And then now we're going to go to wrapping. Okay, so now once you've had your yarn braided into your hair, like so, now you need to wrap the braids. That way you can hide it so it creates a faux lock. So again, you're going to need 4 more pieces of yarn, the same yarn that you measured using your wingspan. So you need 4 of those, and then you just want to match up the ends of all 4 pieces of yarn to make sure they are even, like so. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold over about, let's see, 1 inch, about 2.5 inches. You want to just fold that like that. So you're going to take this little tail and you're going to match that up to your braid. Like that. And then you just simply start wrapping. Alright, so once you get down to the desired length, you want to take the hair that you're using to wrap and you just want to tie a knot. So you see what I did there? So this is the hair that I'm using to wrap. I'm just going to put my 2 fingers I was using to hold on to the actual yarn lock. Just put them straight and swing around the yarn, all the way around the lock, and then you're going to just tie a knot. So by taking that, whatever's left over after you come around the loop, just pull it through and create a knot right there. And then you can pull, if you pull up a little bit, it'll tighten the lock. Let it spin and drop. Then you want to grab your scissors and cut off each extra piece of yarn on the lock. And this is where you really have to be careful. So you're going to burn the end. So you're just going to burn both little pieces that you cut off. Let it flame for a second. Put off and then rub it between your hands. Pretty quickly like that. And that will create, there you go, a really clean, nice end to it. And that is it. That is how you create yarn locks. Alright, so that was my how-to yarn or faux lock video. If you have any further questions, feel free to just comment below, and I'm definitely pretty good at getting back to you. Like I said again, I love yarn locks and faux locks. I think these are an awesome protective style, and you can change your hair color so easily without actually damaging your hair. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!